Linda Libby, the best foster mother of all that I could ever have, and will always be a part of what I am. Linda, I knew you was on your deathbed, but I didn't think you was gonna actually go within 2026. I honestly thought that you was gonna be able to make it for maybe up to 2027, but yeah, make it up to 2027 for one more, you know, round of life and so forth. Linda, you was able to outlive my mother and father. So that just lets me know that you just have a strong will to simply live on, being what you do or doing what you need to do at best. I know you found out the truth of what my siblings did, and you cannot forgive them. You can never forgive them. And I'm sure that you never want to speak to my siblings ever again after what they did to me. You also wish that I could have been there at your, at your deathbed. You wish that I could have been there. I wish I could have been there, but under extreme circumstances, I will never be able to get the chance to, nor will never be able to forgive myself for not being there just for what I am or just for what I have brought upon about. Linda, you might have saw something within me and I displayed it, but I know Linda, Libby, Linda, you're the only person that will truly know that it is not what it is not what it's meant to be. People can say anything, literally just say anything, just to simply throw shade on it or simply just be biased. But I know you, Linda, you will literally just say, yeah, they just don't want any sort of goodness out of it. That's all that is. Linda. I know, Linda. You've been on this earth for as long as you was born. You made your best at life. You did everything you could do in your point in time, and you ensured that no matter what is what, you always came forth and direct with whatever or whenever things became an apparent moment of understanding. I remember I still couldn't forgive myself of when you asked me, let me, for my little refund check from McDonald's. Yeah, I wish I could have just, split the little portion, but it was just something inside me just kind of just consumed me. I was so consumed. I was so consumed with darkness, but not only darkness, consumed with so much a passage of impossibility. I was so consumed of it, passive of impossibility. Linda, you will never be able to hear this message because you're long gone, Linda. But yeah, I'm making it now. You didn't have to take care of some foster child. It wasn't about money. You did it out of passion. But you also did it out of uncertainty of the upbringing of, myself, and I, Stephen. Yes, I met you and Brittany for the first time, and no matter what challenges you may have, Linda, I have way beyond disbelief in my own agenda, but it's within the shadows of my own conscious. I know Brittany is heartbroken that you're gone. And I was actually hoping that you would stay on this earth for another year. That's what I was, just simply just hoping for. Just one more year, 2027. Or at least by the end of 2026, close to 2027. But yeah. Linda, I know you're heartbroken because my siblings, in the situation that I'm in, or put myself in, my siblings, my family didn't have faith in me. They didn't care the need to, because they were so biased into listening to all these other sorts of lies. And you could never forgive my siblings, even after you took care of them, Linda. Brittany, I'm sorry. Brittany, I know your mother been through a lot. And I know that even though she lost Derek, she was able to maintain herself. But the fact that Linda couldn't maintain her own sadness because things just simply tear apart from one after another, Brittany. I'm sorry, Brittany, that I'm sorry, Brittany, that that she had to experience even more traumatizing madness on my behalf. I'm sorry, Brittany. When my mom was at my deathbed, Linda, my mom was at my deathbed. She called my name. Yeah, she called my name for a reason. My mom, you want to know why, Linda? My mom called my name on her deathbed. It's because she is one of two to unlocking what is within me. She is one of two. My father is the second half. My father is the second half. My mother was one of two. My father is two of two. Two individuals gave me the life of something that is bestowed upon, that is so biased, that became so biased and full of hate and envy, never before seen. You can call it a vast fortune. It's something it's some, whatnot, so forth. Whatever it is, it is biased. But Linda, I'm sure you was able to get the chance to see it. I'm sure you would. You might have been. I'm glad that you got the chance to see it, despite if you were on your deathbed, because it would have made your day beyond unimaginable. Yeah. Linda, you most likely got the stage 4. I don't know, maybe stage 4 cancer. I don't know. Stage 4. And came in full force. Came back in full force. Only tenfold of full force. Oh, Linda. I wish I could cry, but I can't. I can only simply hold back my tears for what I went through and simply take it out on others for what they have done to me. Don't worry, Linda. In the place in a place of what I have and so forth, you will get the chance to see it. You will get the chance to see it. You'll get the chance to see it. My Father, He will simply guide you there. He will guide you there. And when you're there, oh, you're going to love it way, way better than hell of earth. No matter what happens to me, Linda, just know you always have a place in my heart as the greatest foster parent that I could ever imagine. You're the greatest and last foster parent. And I will never forget you. What is life to lose not only two parents, but also the closest foster parent that you could ever imagine that have two characteristics differentiated from the parents, from the biological parents, that is. Brittany, I know you cried your heart out when I wish I could have been there, Brittany. I'm sorry, Brittany. Life isn't what it seems. Things are meant to be. Every moment means the best of me. You would never leave within me. I have seen things that's farther than life. You're a piece of that night sky. A sky filled with much happiness abide. You will become one of I. I'm sorry, Linda. Yeah. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sure Linda might have told you, don't ever contact my siblings no more for the fact of what they actually inflicted upon me. Instead of listening to my concern and simply finding out the truth, they simply going on with what other people trying to do. So I'm sure Linda gave you her wishes not to ever contact my siblings ever again. And to just keep the distance from the siblings. Yeah. Things are meant to be. Families break apart for apparent reason, especially if something just so unimaginable happens that you're just being called out as some sort of black sheep in the family for that reason. Something that you've done that is being called as some sort of monstrous act by hatred, those of hate. A company that I dislike so much calling things out as a monstrous act when you have other countries that could simply just look at it as some pampered composition. You know, the UAE, like Dubai. I'm sure Dubai. I'm positive Dubai will love anything and everything magical. What's in it to Dubai? Things that's beyond wealth. But apparently, certain countries cannot abide to that. So that's why you have to simply think outside the box and simply go beyond disbelief in delivering the wrath of what you become and what you are. That's it. Again, Linda, I'm sorry, Linda Libby. I'm going to miss you forever. Forever and always, no matter what. You're not in the place they say called heaven. You're in the place where it's beyond the unimaginable. It's beyond the unimaginable. What I have and what I came about to and so forth, you will get a chance to see it. And God damn it, Linda, you will enjoy the palace that is totally beyond, let's say, the heavens. Yeah, my father and mother, they're gone. My father especially may be gone, but who's to say that he may somehow make some sort of debut despite of what he is and what he has made within me. You know, if I have to make another wish, if I have to make another, you have 3 wishes that's been made, that's incurred, right? 3 wishes incurred. So if I had to make, I got still like 3 more other wishes. You got one more, you got another wish. If I have to use that wish just to simply erase my memory, just to return within the world of the living, then hell, I'll do so. It'll cost my memory, but at the same time, I'll be able to return if by all means necessary. Forever and always, Linda, I will miss you. Don't count me out just yet, because this world ain't gonna never get done with me. Brittany, I gotta say, niggas envy. When niggas envy, they take the life of someone just for their gains, Linda, niggas envy Linda, Brittany. So this song will always be a part of me and will always be a legacy of what you made me. Linda, I can't forget how I've always been such a fool of not being grateful for what I am, that I have truly had to learn on my own path. I won't forget you, Linda. No matter what. You may be gone. But I will make this stand for what I am and what I'm capable of. Both parents, plus you. I could not show my parents the feat that I could never achieve. No one could never achieve something that I could ever do in my life. But remember, Linda, always, I'm one of a kind. And I'm one bad motherfucker. Brittany, I'm sorry. Even if you won't get a chance to see me no more, Brittany, you will never get a chance to see me no more, Brittany. Just know that I love you too as an older sister, even if you have to simply beat down on me. Forever, Libby's.